What if I told you the game of polo, India's first written constitution, and a religion older than Hinduism all came from a rich and historic kingdom of Northeast India? Long before even the word India was imagined, there was Kanglei Pak, the ancient Meitei kingdom now called Manipur. Founded by Nongda Lairen Pankhangba, it wasn't just a kingdom, it was a civilization. Metis documented their science, rituals, medicine, and governance in sacred manuscripts called puyas, of which over 4,000 exist today. One of those, Loyumba Shinyan, is India's forgotten first constitution, laying out a structured state as early as the 11th century. Manipur was ruled following the Puya until the British invasion of 1891.
But Methi culture wasn't just politics and paper. They invented Sagol Kanje, the original polo, played during the Lai Haroba Spring Festival of colors and moonlight dances. My favorite puya are the Umang Lais. 365 Umang Lais focus on nature preservation and conservation, showing the Metis' deep bond with nature. They also highlight the importance of sacred natural groves. We can see what probably inspired Sanjeet to grow a jungle in a war zone. Did you watch his efforts? Things changed in Manipur in the 18th century. Maidungu Pamhiba, a brilliant yet brutal king, expanded the kingdom across northeast India to Tripura, Kabo Valley, and Kachar Hills of Assam. But he also lit a fire that still burns today. In 1732, he burned the Sanamahi scriptures, the soul of the Methi religion, and forcibly converted the kingdom to Hinduism. That change wasn't just spiritual, it was a cultural eraser. He expelled Sanamahi scholars and persecuted Metis who refused to convert to Hinduism. Vaishnavism, a branch of Hinduism, became the state religion of the Metis in the 18th century. Fortunately, Sanamahism did not die, as hundreds of thousands of Metis continued practicing Sanamahism in secrecy. This actually reminded me of the Kushanas and the Ahoms. Have you heard of them? Kushanas, originally from Central Asia, ruled much of North India from the 30th to the 375 CE or AD. They adopted Hinduism to live in harmony with the local population. Similarly, the Ahoms from northern Burma ruled Assam from the 12th century to 1826. They adopted Hinduism by the end of the 17th century. Coming back to Manipur, the real chaos in Manipur started in 1891 when the British defeated Manipur in the Anglo-Manipuri War. After the war, the British bastards played their favorite game of divide and rule. They split the kingdom into Imphal Valley and the hills, placing the Metis and tribal groups like the Kukis under separate administration. The British colonial government designated certain areas as non-regulated areas and codified them in the Scheduled Districts Act 1874. In 1907, the Brits returned administrative powers to Raja Churachand. Alas, he was only given control of Imphal Valley. The hills remained under British administration. Areas populated by various tribal groups were categorized into excluded areas and partially excluded areas, with the former being governed directly by the people and the latter having a limited representative system. My question is, were these the first seeds of the present war? Leave a comment and share your thoughts. Manipur became a theater of war during the Second World War with continuous bombings for 2 years. After the end of the World War, the Brits returned the power to Maharaja Buddha Chandra Singh on 28 August 1947. In 1949, Maharaja Buddha Chandra merged Manipur with India without consulting the elected members of the Manipur Assembly. But peace never truly returned after Manipur's merger into India. In the decades that followed, Resentment brewed into rebellion. The Metis, once proud and sovereign for over 2000 years, watched their identity diluted and their voices drowned under Delhi's iron grip. This gave rise to multiple insurgent groups demanding independence or greater autonomy. And in response, the Indian state unleashed the Armed Forces Special Powers Act, also called AFSPA, turning the valley into a war zone. Under this law, soldiers could search, arrest, or shoot without consequence. And shoot they did. One of the most haunting reminders is the 2004 case of Tanzam Manorama, a 32-year-old woman abducted from her home by the Assam Rifles. Hours later, her bullet-ridden body was found dumped in a field, tortured, sexually assaulted, and executed. That wasn't an isolated case. Muhammad Azad Khan was beaten up and shot dead by the Assam Rifles in Imphal. Do you know his age? 12 years old. Yes, let that sink in. Armed forces killing a 12-year-old. The Manipur High Court ordered the state government of Manipur to pay 5 lakh in compensation to his family. The police didn't even register an FIR against the security forces killing a 12-year-old. Then there is the shocking confession of Head Constable T. Hirojit Singh, who was ordered to take care of Sanjeev Mehti. In the same staged encounter, a young pregnant woman, Babina Leishram, was killed by another police officer. Manipur is riddled with such incidences. One viewer's comment poignantly captured Manipur's history. My state is an ill-trodden paradise. From fake encounters to mass graves, many Manipuris live in fear not just of militants, but of the very forces meant to protect them. The women of Manipur, in a chilling protest, once stripped naked in front of the army headquarters with a banner that screamed, Indian Army, rape us. That's the level of broken trust we are talking about. The post independence story of Manipur isn't just about insurgency, it's a tragic loop of identity, injustice, and invisible suffering. A kingdom once united in sacred groves and moonlit dances is now divided by borders drawn by outsiders. The Methi Kuki conflict isn't just about land. It's the echo of erased identities, burned books, and decades of broken promises.
Thank you for watching and do subscribe, as in the next episode, I'll tell you how I was kicked out of a cookie town for not having enough YouTube subscribers. That's right. Somebody checked my YouTube and they said that you don't have enough subscribers, so you must get on the next bus as soon as possible.